Football Power Hour.
All right. We're past the 4th of July now. It's 5th of July. And you know what? If the fireworks did not land, if you still have any remainders of fireworks, send them to the Glazers. Tell them you fired because, man, just when it's, like one of those, I'm hoping, well, okay, they must have had the discussion. Surely they must have talked about it in the family barbecue yesterday. Surely somebody brought it up and said, so how's the Man United sale going? Because right now, it feels like the club is at a standstill until that sale is figured out. It feels like we're moving at snail pace. And, talking about snail pace, the Mason Mount deal is official. We all know that. But I was just getting ready to be like, applause to Man United for doing things, for completing a deal, getting it over the line. And then I also learned that Mason Mount is the new number 7. Oh, I don't want to start off this Mason Mount chapter negative at all. But the main thing is, why are we giving players numbers right now? Why is Mason Mount unveiled as the number 7 when we all know that Garnacho is a fan favorite? Garnacho has a tattoo with the number 7 on it. Garnacho had a birthday a few days ago. Look at this picture. Look at this. It's a little weird, obviously, that he has somebody dressed up as Messi and somebody dressed up as Ronaldo. But that 7 on the cake definitely is not because he's turning 7 years old. I can promise you that. That 7 on the cake means this kid has been obsessed with this jersey number. And are we not learning from our past mistakes? Then we do the same thing with Martial and Ibrahimovic. And then Martial even went on public record to talk about this frustration of just having your kit number, what you feel is your rightful kit number. I know some people can just say whatever, a number, a jersey number is a jersey number, doesn't affect how you play. But it's also about aligning the things, that are outside the pitch. You got to make sure that the chemistry is all right. You got to make sure that the player is feeling confident when they step on the pitch. It's not anything else that they're thinking about. It's just football. And now we're going to have Mason Mount scoring a worldie. And if Mason Mount scores a worldie, now can he do this and point at the 7 shirt? How is Mason Mount supposed to behave? Will it feel like he's rubbing it into Garnacho if he doesn't, right now we want Mason Mount to be fully Man United. And for me, when we go to Stamford Bridge, Mason Mount, and you score, you got to kiss the badge. I'm not about the players that are always very respectful and say, I'm like you, I'm Man United now through and through. It doesn't matter. But the main thing is what matters is what the club are doing. It's like we're doing things just when things are just calm and seems like everything is kind of going all right. We just somehow find a way to shoot ourselves in the own foot and then make an administrative error that seems like it's not in touch with what's going on. Look at Garnacho's birthday pictures. It's just recently, that cake right there, the kid has a tattoo of number 7 now. Come on. Nah, this is not right. And now, matter of fact, the picture of Mason Mount that I found, if I'm able to pull it up, look at it right here. Look at this. This is somebody, whoever allowed this to happen is definitely not in touch with reality, because no way you should let this unrest just happen. You're already causing dressing room tension when there isn't need for any dressing room tension at all, Oh, man. I don't know how you feel about this. Am I overreacting? I know for sure, like a shirt number means something. There it is. There's the Mason Mount number 7 on the screen. I just put it up right there. Look at that. Anyway, Let's hope this Mason Mount chapter starts on a positive note and stays positive. And he actually now, for me, the number 7, it almost feels, when you're coming in as a number 7, you're not going to be starting on the bench. It means you're actually a starter. And I was looking at Mason Mount as somebody who's going to help Bruno. And this is about also getting the best out of Bruno. It's just not about Bruno management. It's actually about making sure that Bruno has limited minutes of high intensive productivity. And then you put a Mason Mount in who will also bring that intensive, work rate and make sure that the opposition really work hard. Now, it's a little bit weird because, he's not necessarily somebody that you would attribute to playing possession-based football. Mason Mount, he shines on transitions. So there's also that conversation to be had. Are we going to be playing transitional football, or are we going to be playing possession, over 70% ball possession, Ten Hag football? Is that going to be the case or not? I don't know. All that remains to be seen. But anyway, about the Mason Mount United number 7, I want to know your thoughts. Let me know if this is just an overreaction. But another thing that we have to react to is that Onana is probably going to happen. It's almost having a similar sort of pattern to how we started this Mason Mount deal negotiations right after the FA Cup final. We kind of knew Man United put in a ridiculous low ball bid, and then next thing you know, Chelsea rejected, and then we come back with another improved revised bid, and then it all happens, and it seems to be happening that way, and that's the pace that we are moving with. But at the same time, I want this Onana goalkeeper situation figured out ASAP, because preseason starts next week. And if we are not ready, if Ten Hag does not, look at a club that's in turmoil like Chelsea, they already have Nkunku is obviously that was already figured out a couple of months ago, but they have the new kid, Jackson from Villarreal. He's already going to be ready, trying to integrate in with the team, and that shows there's a little bit of longevity, there's a little bit of long-term thinking from Chelsea that definitely needs to happen at Manchester United. Anyway, let's hope that this bid, I'm going to be positive about it and optimistic and say, let's hope that Man United are actually able to close the deal with Onana as well, because he will definitely change the way we play immensely. I mean, if you heard Pep Guardiola talk about the reason why in that Champions League final, he says, well, we couldn't press Inter Milan because of Onana. And if that's an answer that right there that makes you feel like, for me, that answer, if I was Onana's agent, I'd just say, okay, this definitely improves my value by at least 5 mil. That Pep Guardiola comment. But anyway, just let me make sure that I quote something from Fabrizio. He says, Manchester United have presented in the morning their verbal proposal for Andre Onana, 39 million. Total package, add-ons included. The bid will be official soon. And then, Fabrizio went on to say that negotiations between Man United and Inter continue for Andre Onana after the 34 million pound bid plus 5 million pound in add-ons rejected. Deal is absolutely on. So the talks are ongoing. Let's hope that we get this Onana deal over the line. That's just my prayer, because we are moving at snail pace and we need to speed up and make sure we catch up and stay up to pace with. Look at how Arsenal are done with Rice. They've officially announced Rice, and Timber seems to be the next player in the pipeline, and other teams are strengthening, and we're still at a standstill. Anyway, this is the Rumor Report. Let's go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. We out. Peace.